Hi everybody, happy Sunday. It's Nancy from Wonder Girl Designs in North Texas. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We had a nice day, went on the boat this morning for a little bit. And I've been creating the rest of the afternoon. So pop in, say hi. Keyword is April. And let's get started. So I have this gnome shape. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It was $2.49 and then on sale. So I thought, let's play with it. I'm realizing I left this in here. So told you I was creating. I left one of my transfers in here. I need to clean those later. So let's just get started. Anyway, hi. All right, so why was I going in here to begin with? Oh, I was looking for scissors, which are in this drawer. All right, let's cut off the little tag. Keyword is April, okay? We are going to use this month's club colors. So cherry, eucalyptus, and bright white. I'm also going to use some black. And that reminds me, I need my cherry paste jar from here. How's everybody doing today? Also doing like laundry, and you know how that goes. Stuff you gotta do for life. Stuff you gotta do for your work day, right? All right, let's see who's here. It's taking a minute. Hi, Patricia and Maud and Vicky. Welcome, and Sissy. Charlene and Barbara Elliott, Vicky Little, Marianne, Lena, Kathy Lang, and Linda. Welcome. Thanks for all the sprinkles. Hi, Maud. And Susan. I had a great day, Janet. We went on the boat today, which was pretty awesome. Okay, I think what I'm going to do to start this, I've been trying to kind of think the process through, right? So I can give you guys an idea of what to do when you try this. Hi, Sandy and Marcia. So I think what I'm going to do is paint this whole thing in bright white. So we're going to start with a wet brush and my chalk paste, but this is just going to give this a base. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to assume, I'm going to make a bold assumption, I'm going to be able to see through it on the lines here. Yes, I will be able to see through. I have a bad cold. Oh no, I hate that, Barbara. I hate that when that happens. Colds are the worst. Yesterday, or not yesterday, maybe earlier today. No, this morning. This is how quickly my days go by. My eye, one of them on the corner was super red. And last night when we were out, I don't want to say I was complaining, but my eye was bothering me yesterday, and I thought, oh, I hope I am not getting pink eye, but I think it might be just allergies, something allergy related. Hi, Beverly, how are you? Hobby Lobby. I think I might have said that as soon as I hopped on, but you probably popped on after. This is a Hobby Lobby gnome shape. And like I said, we are just going to paint the whole thing white. I'm not really sure if this step is necessary. You can decide at the end if you feel like it is. But this is just how I'm choosing to do it. You can still see the lines through it. So you will still have a way to guide yourself through this by using their lines. How are you, Beverly Your Eye? Thank you for the sprinkles as always. There we go. I think I just needed a little more water on my brush here. Hi, Denise. What are you up to today, my friend? Yeah, we went on the boat. We were thinking, well, first of all, we said we're only going to go for a little bit because it's kind of cloudy and windy today. And then we got out there and the sun was supposed to peek out, but it really didn't, which was kind of sad, to be honest. And thank you for the stars, Beverly. How are you? My voice was kind of squeaky there. Anyway, and then as it turns out, we were out there for like 2 hours anyway. Did you see my post? You guys, if you did not see my post from a couple hours ago, go check it out. We went to get gas in the boat right there in the marina. And as we're sitting there, clearly it was a boat, but it looked like a car on the water. It's crazy. Thanks, Melinda. Appreciate you. That helps me grow. You guys, you have helped me grow so much, and I appreciate it. It's the only way I can get the word out with your sprinkles. That helps so much. It is hilarious, right? And what's funny is the girl that, we've never done this before, so as far as we had to get gas on this lake, we've never done that before. So we just pulled up, and apparently they do it for you. So she was like pumping our gas or whatever. We didn't know. We normally do our own thing. And she was like, wow, I've never seen that before. So somebody who works on the lake has never seen something like that. You know, it's pretty uncommon, right? Okay, so we've got it all white, a little base color. It was like chitty chitty bang bang, wasn't it? Well, happy birthday, Jen Bergdorfer. Hi, Jenny Colin. How are you? Saw that picture. It did look like, didn't it look just like a car? Long camping trip. Nice, Denise. Fun. Okay, so I think we might need to white out again. We might need all these colors. Okay, I think we'll just, I'm gonna play it by ear here. Here we go. Buckle up, guys. This is gonna be a fun one. I was in the mood to do a little painting. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of brushes out so I don't have to do this 1,000 times. And just see what we need, okay? So I'm gonna start with the feet because these are gonna be black. Close to your oh, I didn't say your name right. Bergdorfer is what I would say. You said that's not right? How would you say it? How do you say it? All right, we're gonna go ahead and just paint the feet black. With black chalk paste. This will cover pretty well with one coat. Now the white paint, it's going to provide you with a little base, but also it's going to help make it easier so you don't have to do multiple coats. Hi, Bobby. How are you? Welcome. Let's see. I'm trying to think what line I want to use here. Like I said, I am using the lines that are on this gnome mostly. Hi, Denise Mullaney. This is my fun little project here. Now, a couple of years ago, Chalk did, the keyword is April, you guys. They did a strawberry transfer and I made a gnome with him. And this one's going to be similar, but not the same at all. Not the same, but this just gave me the vibes for it. So, all right, we're going to need black. What do I want to do with that? Okay, we're going to take some, we're going to set this aside for just a second. I'm going to take some, this is chalk suede paper, and this is just a piece of it. But any black paper, you could just use black cardstock. I like to use chalk suede because it's very sturdy. And it, you know, it's kind of like using a really thin wood, but whatever you prefer. I made before the live, I did a little template for his mittens. And it's somewhere on this desk. Here it is. So I'm going to paint this because I want his mittens to be like 3D. And I guess they're going to be black is what I've decided. But again, a black cardstock would work. This is just what I prefer. So we're gonna paint this and then set it aside. And we'll cut out our little mittens later. All right, and then, thanks for sprinkling, appreciate it. Oh, Janet, you like gnomes? Light colors first. I know, but in this case, I think it's fine. In this case, I don't think we really have to do the light colors, but we're gonna go with this. And there's a mosquito in here beating me. Not beating me, eating me. I colored one for my husband the other day and he loved them. Great, glad to hear it. Okay, so we're going to, I'm gonna flip this guy around. And I'm gonna do one more coat, but this time I'm not gonna thin it out, of the bright white on the brim of his hat. And I'm just taking a painting right out of my chalk paste. Now you can use acrylic paint for these parts, but I like to use, this is the colors you're gonna get in your club. And honestly, I like to use paste anyway because number one, it dries quicker. Number two, it will match everything you're gonna use with your stencil. So if your paste is a little too thick, you could just thin it out and make it like paint. But this is a brand, my white is almost always a brand new jar. I go through white like crazy. Just making sure I'm doing the right thing here. I am. Me too, I love the paper. Who said my name? Hi, Pam. Daughter-in-law loves gnomes. She wants a gnome wreath. Well, this would be perfect for that. She might love this idea. I think gnomes are one of those things you either love or hate. Some people love them. Some people are like, nope, not me. Not me. I am sort of, I guess you could do any. I am just sort of a whatever. I just think of a craft and if it works, it works. I pulled one because originally when I bought this, I thought, oh, I'm going to do something patriotic with him. And then apparently I changed my mind. So here we are. Hi, Stephanie Snyder. How are you? All right, I thought I was going to do the green, but I'm brightening up my white. So, and then we're going to do the same thing around his beard. Basically, just giving it another coat of white. Just so it's a little bit thicker. Okay, now this has like a little banner here. We're going to cover that up anyway. So I'm just going to go into it like this. I think gnomes are cute, but I kind of got burnt out. Yeah, some people did them a lot. They used to be scary, but now they're cute. That's funny. That is funny. And I'm actually not going to worry if there are like paint lines, because it's sort of giving a little bit of texture to my beard. Okay. We'll leave our brushes out for now. We're going to leave the brushes out for now. Okay, now we are going to flip it around. Lena, how do you know Stephanie? All right, I am going to do the hat with one of the other colors from your club. This is called Eucalyptus. And I'm just going to paint right from my jar here. All the way around, just tracing right next to the white. It's a lot easier to do this with white as the background, because if you get a little green where your white is, you can always go back and touch it up with the white. It's just giving you a base coat to work with for any mistakes you might make or anything like that. Just a little tip. All right, I don't know why I'm using the world's smallest brush. Let me get a bigger brush. You guys, I've got bigger brushes in here. At least, here we go. Let's use a brush that can actually cover this in a minute. Melanie, I got the Gnome at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. Somebody else just asked me that. But yes, Hobby Lobby is where I got it from. Were you guys thinking, why in the world is she going to take 9 days to paint with the world's smallest brush? I used it really just to trace around this edge. Sure, that's why. We're going to go with it. We are going to need it for the bottom, so we'll use a small one later. Hi, Jacqueline. Everything's going good. I'm glad you guys like this color. It is a really pretty green-blue color. You can do this in any color you like, of course. I'm just using this month's club. You guys, there's only a few days left in the month. It's the 27th, so you got 3 days left to grab this month's club bundle and the strawberry with the strawberry transfer. And club members who do that, anyone who's new to the club will get 5 free transfers to go with it just for joining. This is our little push for club members this month. Okay, perfect. So how's that? So cute so far, right? Now, at the bottom, I need because I'm going to do the bottom in green also. And around here. Basically, he's going to wear all green. Now, I don't want this to look like a Christmas craft, which is why I'm going to do it in white and green mainly. We are going to add our red for our strawberries, but I didn't want it to look Christmassy, so that's why we're doing this. And I'm not worrying about this being perfect. It's not going to be exactly like the beard that's on here, but it's going to be cute regardless. Eucalyptus is one of my favorites. Yes, it is. Thank you, Denise. He's going to be cute, I think. Basically, like I said, using this smaller brush to create an outline for this beard. You could always go back in with the bigger brush. You guys, this gnome was literally less than $3. So go try this. These are fun to just paint. Like I said, the tip for painting the base white will really help. It'll help you get a result that you like. Yes, Barbara Elliott, you could totally add some of the what is that called? Sea spray, I think is what it's called. Or you could add baking soda if you want your beard to be textured. That is something you can do. Honestly, I feel like the paste is it can be pretty thick anyway, so it's already got some texture to it. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I'm just looking at this a little more carefully. And I'm wondering, don't they normally have mustaches? I'm just talking out loud here, but I'm wondering what I want to do with this part under his nose. I'm sort of wondering out loud to you. But normally they have like a mustache. So now I'm just sort of thinking, what did I want to do here? Oh, they have them at Dollar Tree, the gnomes? Interesting. I did not see any cutouts this time for, at least not when I went the other day, but they do have them from time to time. Yeah, I thought so. So now I'm kind of wondering what I want to do with that spot. I really wasn't in the mood to like free paint, but here we are. But here we are. Jen, I teach kindergarten. That's what I teach. I teach first grade curriculum to kindergartners. Our school is above grade, so most of what we do is a first grade curriculum. Okay. Now, while I'm still thinking about the mustache, we're gonna do his nose in just peachy color. So what I use for skin color, guys, you can make his nose pink, red, whatever. What I use is a mixture of camel and white for my skin color. You can do whatever your heart desires. I know a lot of times their noses are pink, but Jen, I don't know about that, but thank you. I think I've gotten better over the last few years of doing this, and I'm not afraid to like try new things. So I learn by mistakes, truly. Which honestly, I think most people do learn better that way, but you don't know unless you try, right? Okay, so these art brushes, guys, are just in a really cheap pack from Hobby Lobby. Hi, Christine. How are you? All right, let's get this done. Okay, now we're gonna have to do a little finagling here. Now comes the finagle. Okay. I haven't decided on this area here. Usually the mustache would just like come down. Okay, I think we need to do the mustache next. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little more white. I'm just going to go for it. Aw, you're welcome, Jenny. Okay. Oh, you like my updo, Pam? This is a beach look. This is a beach look. We're just gonna make it go like that. And then like this. Right? I'm just gonna make the brush strokes look like they're going into and we're gonna add a little gray or black to it, but hang on. This does not have to be perfect. This is called improvising. But I think as long as you get your brush strokes going, it's gonna work. And we can add some detail with some markers and whatever later. But what I'm thinking is, we have a little, just a dab of black over here. I'm concentrating, you guys, so I'm just, while the white paint is still wet, I'm just going in with some gray with the same brush strokes, sort of. What do you think, Sophie? What do you think of that? But what kind of stencils, Jen? Then maybe I need to do someone in his beard. So the paint is already kind of dry. You can add a little zhuzh of water just so that you can blend it again. That's what's kind of cool about the chalk paste. Is if you get it wet again, you can re-blend it with regular paint. Once it's dry, it's dry. Chalk paste, you can kind of revive it again. So here we thought we were doing white, but we're actually doing gray. I don't know, this isn't perfect, you guys, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna think about this for a minute. We're just gonna set that aside for just a minute. And I have something else. So you've seen these palette signs at the Dollar Tree before, I'm sure. And I just took a saw, just a hand saw, and cut off 2 of the rungs. And what I'm going to do with this, I actually don't know which one of these is open. I never do. It's this one. Okay, I'm gonna get just a little paint here. Actually, let me just do this. And we're just gonna stain. We're gonna stain it. So it looks like he's holding a little crate. Okay. You might be able to create this look with popsicle sticks if you don't have a saw or you don't feel comfortable using a saw. You could probably pull it off. Farmhouse, camping, a very nice, I'm just saying like regular stencils. I don't use those too often, my friend, because they don't usually turn out the way I like it. Okay. There we go. What do you think? Well, we got to get in here. Hang on. Here's a little piece in there that I'm really not going to be able to, well, maybe I can. Oh, you guys like the beard. Okay, good. Okay, so we've got this. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna do some, I don't know, something on his beard. We're gonna fix it. It's not exactly what I'm looking for here, but. Okay, so what I want to do on his hat, you know, originally I was going to do, well, we're just going to do it. Okay, we are going to put a little bit of white on a tray here, mostly white anyway. And I'm just going to take a circle dabber here. Probably going to need more paint. Let me get more. More white. It absolutely could be, Barbara, it could be anything. It could be anything your heart desires, to be honest. You can make it however you want. I'm just doing my whole deal the way I want it. So here we go. So we're going to do some circles. For the hat. I kind of spin it as I pull it up. Just like so. How are you guys doing today? This is very, what do I want to say? Therapeutic, maybe? Let's see, I want to put one here. Hi, Laura Griffin. How is life on your end? Is everything going okay now? I hope so. We're playing with this gnome. Kind of annoyed because I feel like I have a weird space right here. But I want to fill it in here. Now I feel like it's too much. Okay, here's our dots. There's that. Girl, it's a hot mess. Okay, well, I'm thinking of you, my friend. Hi, Kim. Kim, did you get my text? I know you had asked me for some things. Okay, now we've got to make a plan. What did I do with... You guys, I've lost... Oh, here it is, right in front of me. All right, here is our little... Here is this. So we are going to use this month's club. And in order to do that, I need to sand a little bit in this general area. Let's make sure this is not dry. Let me dry it. Oh, good. Well, I mean, not good. I'm sad that you're not going to be crafting anymore. Or at least not as a designer, but I'm glad it was helpful. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's hope this works, is I'm just going to lightly sand. I'm actually going to sand, I didn't dry this, but like I don't like how perfect the beard looks, so I'm definitely going to have to go in here and fix this. We'll fix the beard later. Okay. I am going to wax right here, is what I'm going to do. Okay. And just buff it back. So this month's club design looks like this. You get a surface, you're getting 3 paste singles. With your first bundle, you are going to get a mini squeegee also. You get an entire project. I do a lot of club projects in my VIP group. We've already done, I think, 3 club projects already. Just think how I want to do this. So what we're going to do now is some strawberries. But let me just see how much is going to peek out. Okay. We are going to use cherry for that. Oh my goodness, on the exact same day. That's fun. I mean, it's not fun. Did you do that on purpose? That's hilarious. That it ended up being on the same day. Okay, so we're going to use this eucalyptus for the leaves. And yep, they're going to go right over that mustache. But that's okay. Okay, and then we're going to use the cherry, which is what comes with your club this month. We're going to use that, obviously, for the rest of the strawberry. Just like this. After this, I got to get some shipping done. I've actually got to send something to Caitlin. She's got to get a real ID in order to be able to fly. And even though she got a new license not that long ago in Washington, she's got to get... So I got to send her birth certificate. It's a whole big to-do. All right, how cute. Okay, there's one. I'm going to dry this. Well, Jenny, we don't talk about next month until next month. Please. Thank you. Okay, we're going to do one here. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 or 3, but I'm going to try to do 3. This one I'm going to put here because then I could put, let's see. I'm going to do this one right like this, right over his snooter. Just like so. That's okay, Cindy. So glad you're here. We're sticking in the current month for now. There's lots of ideas going around with strawberries, but that's just what we're doing for now. Every month there's a new club is what they're talking about. And if you're a designer, we can see it early is all they're mentioning. Hi, Jan. That's okay. You talk away. I'm just saying we don't go into the next month until the next month. Now this week, probably tomorrow, if you're in my VIP group, I usually show it a little bit early. That's what I usually do in my free VIP group. All right, there's 2. Let's try that one. Oh, nice. How's it coming along? How's it coming along? All right, then we're going to use this one. I guess I'm going to have it come up like that. Or do I want it to go this way? I'm going to have it a little higher. Thank you for hanging out with me, you guys. This is a project, but it is a fun one. All right. Here we go. We're going to do the stem again. Now you could use brighter greens if you like. I'm just trying to stick with this month's colors so you guys can see a project that you can do with what you get. So I'm here for the ideas, you guys. Sometimes, to be honest, some months are a little more challenging than others. But crafting is supposed to be fun. So I'm always here for at least 3 to 4 to 5 usually designs throughout the month. So, you know, if you see a design and you're like, meh, trust me, I got you. Okay? All right, let's try that. I think this is cute. Okay, now, here we go. I am going to cut out a couple mittens out of my chalk suede that we did earlier. And I am not even going to trace it. I'm just going to teacher cut it. You guys, this does not have to be perfect. At all. So I have to remember to flip this over because one's going to go one way and one's going to go the other way. So I'm just going along the edge of my little notebook paper stencil that I made. Oh, you know what? This probably should have been. Well, whatever. It's going to go like that. Now this one we're going to flip over. Just on the outside. Doesn't have to be perfect. We just need them to have little mittens. Or gnome hands or whatever they're called. Thank you, Jacqueline. I'm thinking I might do one strawberry on this, on the white part also, actually. Okay, We've got our 2 mittens. Actually, I'm going to put this one this way. No, this is how I'm going to do it. Like that and like that. I mean, they're not going to go there, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to, because I'm just thinking, can I get one of these on here? Yes, I can. Sweet. Okay, here we go. I just had another idea, so let me just get one more strawberry. Okay. Hey, Jacqueline, thank you. Very cute, Vicky. You're sweet. I love your pun. You know I'm a pun girl. All right. It's not perfect, but it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Okay. We're getting in the home stretch here. Let's get this turned on. Let's wax our little berries. You know it's a project when I've got like 18 things out at once. All right. I may need one more, but I'm gonna try to get away with. Should always have an odd amount. I feel like I need 2. Oh, I can flip that over and do another one. I just might. Okay, we're gonna put our seeds on our strawberries. And I usually do the seeds in yellow, but I don't want to get out another color. I think we're just gonna use black. Sometimes they look black, right? Just say yes. Just agree with, right now what I want everyone to do is just agree with me. This is what I'm thinking. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's get this one on. And then let's dry it. Where's the lid to this? Here it is. You do, Janet? Thank you. What do you mean, Patricia? You'll see my thought process in just a second. It's all coming together. It's all coming together, and then you'll see what I'm doing here. This is just, this part's optional. They look like strawberries without the seeds, but if you want to add an extra little detail to it, add your seeds, okay? Okay, now let's try this little guy. Personally, I like them in yellow, but thank you for that. We're gonna do this. And then look, we can do the other side. I was like, you ruined it because it's all black. No, I did not. I have so many things on my desk right now, I can't even think straight. Okay, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna pick one. Okay, one more. What did I do with it? Here it is. One more strawberry. Because I feel like you have to have an odd number. Put the first mitten on the other hand. But, oh yes. No, I see what you're saying. Yes, that's what I will do. I'm just going to put whatever looks good to my eyeball on whichever one. But yeah, just flip it to the other side. I get what you're saying. Okay, here we go. Am I close to, let's see. Okay, now we've got our other strawberries. I'm not gonna put dots on these. I don't even know how much of these you're gonna see, honestly. But they're gonna peek out just a smidge. So we're gonna cut these out. And I don't know how our leaves are gonna look, but I'm gonna kind of just messy cut those. They're not gonna be perfect, but it is what it is. Now I can paint that part. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this part. This was a second, this was just something I decided at the last second to add these two. This part is optional, but you do what you think. Keyword is April. If you're not in the club yet, like I said, if you are new to the club, when you enroll only this month, you're gonna get 5 free transfers to go with it. So if you're thinking about enrolling, this is the month to do it, because you're going to get 6 transfers, all the same size that I'm using tonight, plus the surfaces and everything to go with this month's bundle. So this is the month to roll. Okay, let's get this all put together now. Let me see. I guess I do need to do some dots. Just a few. They're just gonna peek out a little tiny bit. He is gonna look so cute. Thank you. I think he is too. Okay, I've got all my paste open only because let's dry those little doolalies. Thank you, Madeline. Hi, Tammy. Okay, so what I have to do is make a plant. I want one here. Okay, one there. So I'm gonna put a little smidge of glue. I'm gonna put this guy here. You guys, this is bringing me so much joy. And one right there. Okay. What do you think? Hit that heart button if you're out there watching. Because we had to sort of shadow cut this, I'm gonna extend my leaves on this one. Just a little bit, so they don't look so obviously cut out. Okay, that should be good. Here's my lid for this. All right, sorry, I know I'm missing comments. Sorry. If you have any questions, just type them below if I missed it. Okay? All right, then this is gonna go like here. That's where I want it. Right like this. I'm just grab my water bottle. All right, I'm gonna see if I can do this quick. Hot glue dries so fast. Okay, there's that. And then we're gonna put his little mittens like this. Like that, I guess. See, this dried so fast. I gotta pull this out. And then this one over here like that. I'm loving it. What do you guys think? He's so cute. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. Okay, now what I need to do, a couple things. I do need my green out again. Thank you guys for hanging out. Madeline, thank you. I'm gonna fix a couple things that I made some mistakes on here. Is that moving? No. And then we're gonna like zhuzh up his beard because not loving it, honestly. I just don't like the way it it looks too perfect at the bottom. I'll make it a little wispier. You guys like it? I'm so glad. Okay, we're just painting in here where I don't know what to do with this over here. Okay, so we are going to just do a little bit with a stiff brush. Okay, so this was the gray we sort of made earlier. Again, once you get it wet, you'll be able to revive it a little bit. Wish me luck on this part. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you. Okay. No, that didn't quite do what I wanted it to do here. Hang on. Not sure what I'm wanting because I'm not an artist. I might have to get some white. Oh, there we go. That's better. I just think it was looking too like, you know, perfect, but like your beard isn't supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be wispy. Probably if you're a better painter than I am, you'll do this part better, but okay, now what I want to also highlight, just to add some detail. Thank you, Robin. I'm doing the best I can here. Just doing everything by eye. Do you show your little ones at school your cute projects? I guess he didn't need, not too much. He didn't need it too much. You're right. Yeah, sometimes when I bring things in to decorate the classroom, I show them. This year's group doesn't seem to be as amazed. Oddly enough, last year's group was a little more, what do I want to say, in awe of the fact that I made some things. This year they do ask, they do say, you made that? Like, yep, I did. I'm not sure if I want to. This is just a Sharpie. Just adding a little bit of, I don't know, things. Just a little bit of things. Should I trace his whole nose? I don't know. He's dry. What do you guys think? Am I making it worse or better? Worse or better? I think this just makes it fun. A little bit of definition never hurt, right? What do you guys think? Everybody says better. Thinks, not everybody. A few people said it's better. I think he's cute. Oh wait, let's do a little bit of just one little thing here. So I've been playing with these chalk markers from the new launch. These are fun. And now if I have a white chalk marker that I have never, it like pours out and gets all everywhere. We need to get this going though. Here we go. So I'm just thinking on the toe. Maybe on his hands. Maybe a little on his nose. All done. All done. What do you guys think? They might like it. Better with the detail. Love it. Thank you, Vicki Little. All right, guys. Type the word April. Check your messages. I don't want you to miss out on the deal that's going on this month. Don't miss out. Like I said, every Friday I go, I do a Friday with the club in my VIP group, so I'm always giving ideas. My club members get all kinds of specials from me. All right, let's get this up. And you know what? It had a little hanger. We'll just do this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You know what? This had a little. Use this instead. Do I want to do this? You guys, what do you think? I think it's turned out so cute. Now you could also, another thing you could do is you could add the 25 cents right here on the sign if you wanted. You could totally do that, but I like it like this. I think it's so cute. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. This was a long one, but I do appreciate you being here. We'll see you guys very soon. Bye, everybody.